Hey Jordan. Hey Harley. Hey Mackenzie. I miss you guys very much already. Jordan, I know that you're at home doing your learning, and Mackenzie, I hope that you are safe at home or coming to school today. And Harley, I know that you're safe at school. But today, Mrs. Rieger's at home, so I will be teaching you from home today on this recording. So Harley, I hope I don't look miserable. Do I look happy, Harley? um, so I want to know what has been your favorite part of today. Since I'm not there to hear it, you can either write it on a post-it note, you can say it out loud, you can tell Miss Picardo, and then she can share it with me. Okay? All right, let's get focused on our reading. So we're going to start with our word work like we always do. And I will read our purpose, and then you will read our purpose out loud at your seat. I can identify patterns in words to help me read and spell words. Your turn. Great job. Let's look at those patterns. So our I can't statement is at the top just to remind us what our purpose is. And here are the patterns that we're going to look at today. Yesterday, we looked at the pattern CH, SH. And just to review, CH are two consonants that form one sound. That is called a digraph. So the CH makes a ch sound. And the SH are two consonants that form one sound. Sh. Now today, we're going to introduce these patterns. TCH. Those three letters are three consonants that form one sound. Ch. Go figure. And then these two letters, TH, those can make a th sound with my tongue to my teeth and blowing air through my tongue and teeth. Or it can make a th sound where I put my tongue to my teeth and I make it vibrate. So let's use these patterns to read our words on this chart. Here we go. So now this word here has two patterns that you know. It has a vowel pattern and a consonant pattern. E, and then the digraph that makes one sound, ch, each. Let's use those patterns to read this word. Check your thinking. Beach. Go ahead and try the next word. Now I know this word part, in, and the CH, ch, chin. I know this word part, ick. And I know this consonant cluster or digraph that makes one sound, ch, ch, ick, chick. So now that I know this base word, chick, I can read it all the way through to the end, chicken. If you haven't tried that word yet, go ahead and read that word, chicken. Great job. Now I'm going to look at this consonant cluster, two consonants that form one sound called a digraph. Did you guess digraph? Shh. Fish. Go ahead and try this next word. So we have two word parts. Fin, ish. Now let's blend them together. Finish. I see fish. What do you see here? Now blend it. Fisher. I see fisher. Fisher. Man. Fisherman. Here's our next word with a new pattern. TCH makes the ch sound. Go ahead and try that word and then I will read it. All right, let's check your thinking. Match. I notice the same ending as match, but the beginning letter sound has changed. Go ahead and read it. All right, let's check your thinking. Batch. Again, we have the same ending sound, different beginning sound. Go ahead and read that. Let's check your thinking. Hatch. Here's our TH. That makes one sound, a digraph. Let's try and read that. Let's check your thinking. Bath. Now the digraph is in the beginning of the word. I know this N cluster. Ink. That NK makes a unk sound. Ink. Go ahead and blend that. Let's check your thinking. Think. Go ahead and read that. Three. This word has the consonant cluster THR, makes the thir. That's a three-letter blend, and has the vowel pattern where E says its name because another vowel is helping it out. E, three. So we're using those patterns in words to help read and spell words. The. Here's the TH where our tongue goes to the top of our teeth and makes that vibrating noise. All right, here are the two texts that we're going to read today. We're going to reread Going Camping, and our new text is called The Coyote and the Rabbit. We're going to think about our essential question: how do characters get what they want? All right, let's review our first purpose. I can identify patterns in words to help me read and spell words. So in the activity that we just did, it's to help us as readers when we come across words that are tricky, we can look at those patterns and use those patterns we know to read those words. Here is our second purpose for today. I can identify important story elements. Story elements are setting, problem or want, events, characters, solution, and theme. So when we're thinking of theme, these are the common themes that we can identify. Cooperation. It is important to work together to achieve a goal. Courage. It is important to take risks and show bravery to overcome a problem. Love. It is important to show love to one another. Friendship. It is important to develop trust with one another. So when we are identifying our story elements, the setting, the problem, the event, the character, and the solution, we'll also be thinking about the theme or lesson that those characters are teaching us throughout the events. So here is our I can statement. And here is our text that we read yesterday, Going Camping. Let's reread that text and then identify the story elements together. All right, Jordan, Harley, and Mackenzie, as I click through the pages, you can go ahead and reread the story. Thinking about those story elements. Where is this taking place? Our setting. Who are our characters? What's the problem or want? What do the characters want? Events. How do the characters get what they want? And solution. How does that story end? All right, let's pause. Where is this story taking place? If you said at home, it looks like they are in their house, maybe gathering things to go camping. Who are our characters? Yeah, it looks like the mom, the dad, their daughter. And what do the characters want? What's the problem or what? Go ahead and tell me out loud at your seat, and then we can check your thinking. Yeah, the characters want to go camping. So now, as we read, we're going to read events that show how the characters get what they want. We just identified the setting, the problem or want, and the characters. Go ahead and continue reading, thinking about how do the characters get what they want, the events. As you're reading, what are the characters doing to get what they want? Yeah, they're gathering all of the things that they will need. And each character is gathering something different. Also, as you're reading, make sure you're thinking about those word parts and patterns that you know to help you read the words. For example, sometimes this word tricks us. Sometimes we like to read, "Let's bring a ball so we can play," said Tom. Does "said" match? You got it. The base word is say, and with that suffix s at the end, it's says. So as a reader, I will reread that so it makes sense and matches the words on the page. "Let's bring a ball so we can play," says Tom. All right, let's think about how this story ends. Isn't that a funny ending? How does the story end? Yeah, they're just camping in their backyard. They got all those things together to stay in their backyard to camp. The mom, the dad, Linda, and Tom. Okay, so our purpose for rereading that text was to identify the setting, the problem, events, characters, and solution, those important story elements, and then to think about the theme or lesson. So let's think. What was the setting? Where is this story taking place? Go ahead and say that out loud at your computer. Let's check your thinking. At the house. Who are our characters? Yeah, let's check your thinking. Mom, Dad, Linda, and Tom. Now remember, third graders always use the characters' names when identifying story elements or retelling the text. So we're going to use those characters' names. What do the characters want? Mom, Dad, Linda, and Tom want to go camping. Now these events, see how our story element events, will show how the characters get what they want. So how did the characters get what they want? Let's check your thinking. All the characters gathered something different to bring on their camping trip. Dad gets the tent, Mom gets the lights, Tom gets snacks, and Linda gets the drinks, bug spray, and sleeping bags. Now we can say the word they because we already introduced all of our characters. They get Casey a ball and a map. They all help carry their camping gear to their favorite spot. How does our story end? What's the solution? Mom, Dad, Linda, Tom, and Casey go camping in their favorite spot, their backyard. So now we want to think, what is the theme? Look at the bottom of this slide. We just have to wait for all the tools to disappear at the bottom. Theme. It is important to work together to achieve a goal. Let's get a better look at that theme. There it is, theme. It is important to work together to achieve a goal. That seems to be a common theme throughout the stories that we read. A lot of the characters work together to get what they want. So that teaches us that it's important for us to work together to get what we want or to solve a problem. So in our new book today, we are going to identify the important story elements and think about the theme or lesson. This is our new book today. It is a classic tale. And remember, a classic tale has been told by word of mouth or from generation to generation. So you might have heard a different version of this classic tale. This is The Coyote and the Rabbit, and it's very similar to The Tortoise and the Hare. What do you know about the tortoise and the hare? Yes, the tortoise and the hare had a race because the hare bragged about how fast he was. And the tortoise ended up teaching the hare a lesson. So what do you think is going to happen in this text? Let's check your prediction. You might have predicted the coyote and the rabbit are going to have a race. Let's look at page 2 and 3. A lot of classic tales start with long ago, and here we see our characters. Who are our characters so far in this text? Thinking about those story elements. Coyote and rabbit. And where is the setting of this text? We can use the illustration. We can look in the text. Yeah, it looks like they're in a desert. Find the word desert on page 2. This is page 2. Find that word desert. Run your finger under desert. Find the word part What two letters make up E-R. Now blend the word desert. Desert. So Coyote and Rabbit are in the desert, and Coyote brags about being the fastest. So what do you think is going to happen? Yeah, they will have a race. Find the word race on page 3. If you notice race, here it is. And look, it has that vowel pattern that we've been working on. The magic E makes that A say its name. Look at page 4 and 5. So we have our setting in the desert. We have our characters, rabbit and coyote. And we have their want. What do the characters want to do? Right, they want to have a race. So how are the characters going to get what they want to win that race? What do you notice? Here's Rabbit, and these are his brothers. And Rabbit is talking to his brothers, asking them for help. Find the word brothers on page 4. I'm circling page 4. Find the word brothers. Run your finger under brothers. Notice that pattern, the TH. Find that pattern. And I notice that part that we already know, brothers. Run your finger under it and read it to yourself. Brothers. Great work. So we have Rabbit and his brothers are going to try and get what Rabbit wants. Look at page 6 and 7. There's Coyote. Find Coyote's name on page 7. Here's Coyote. Coyote. If I go back to page 6 and 7, where's Rabbit? Yeah, Coyote is staying above ground during the race, and Rabbit jumps down the hole. And I remember he asked his brothers for help. So what do you think is going to happen? How is Rabbit going to get what he wants? How is he going to win this race? What do you notice about Coyote? Yeah, Coyote stopped to rest. Find stop to rest on page 8. What do you notice about Rabbit? I know, Rabbit isn't tired at all. And I do remember in the beginning, Rabbit asked his brothers to help. So how are his brothers helping? Coyote ran even faster. And Rabbit came out of a hole again. Look in the text. It was another one of Rabbit's brothers. Let's go back to the beginning and read the text to find out our story elements. So we know the setting is in the desert, the characters are Coyote and Rabbit, and they want to have a race. They want to win a race. Now, let's read on to find out how the characters get what they want and what lesson or theme can we learn from the characters. Enjoy the text. So remember, as I click through these pages, you're reading. Harley Jordan Mackenzie, if I click too quickly, make sure you pause this video so that you can read at your own pace. Let's check our reading. as readers, are we reading the base word all the way through to the end, to the suffix? Wanted. Are we making sure our words make sense? But he knew. Here's another word that has a base word all the way through to the suffix. But he knew Coyote ran faster. Faster. Make sure you're reading all the way through to the end of your words, matching your words on the page. Go ahead and read on. There's a tricky word on this page. Let's see if we read the word that's on the page. A rabbit came out of a hole ahead of him. Did that word trick you at all? Ahead of him? Here are two words that have the same pattern. That A makes the sound. Like in those words that we've worked on, about, along, ahead. This word has the same pattern. The A makes the same sound in the beginning. Another, another. Go ahead and read on. Here's a word that we have been working on in our word work. I see the base word laugh and the suffix ed, laughed. Rabbit and his brothers laughed and laughed. All right, let's talk about the text. So, third graders, we are going to have a discussion and identify the setting, problem, events, characters, and solution. Those are our story elements. So, what was the setting in the text? Now, I'm not going to answer it for you because you're going to do this on your seesaw to show what you understand in the story, to show me what you can do as a reader. That way I can help teach you, okay? Who were our characters? Now, the problem or the want? What was the problem or what did the characters want? When you are writing this key detail on your Seesaw graphic organizer, make sure you're using the characters' names and complete sentences. Now, the events are how the characters get what they want or solve their problem. So, what did Rabbit do first to get what he wants? Then, what did the characters do? What did the characters do after that? Now remember, use the characters' names and write complete sentences. How did the text end? What was the solution? And what do you think our lesson is that we could learn from these characters? Think about what the characters said and did throughout the text to get what they want. Let's check your thinking. I noticed that Rabbit went to his brothers to get help to win the race. And each brother popped out at a different hole and they tricked the coyote so that they could win the race. Well, that shows me as a reader that they worked together. Theme: it is important to work together to achieve a goal. There's that theme again. Characters working together to get what they want. Okay, third graders, you are now going to go on your seesaw to complete your graphic organizer using this text. Have a great day.